Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Miriam Manzo. So many of you have left comments saying how much you appreciate the tips and tricks I've been giving you on how to make your home more livable and luxurious. So I thought what I would do today is start a new series, Design 101, where I will break down some of the design rules that you can implement in your own space, where you don't have to be a designer to be able to do these things. So we have a few other videos, I'll leave the link below, that I think will be helpful. But today we're going to start our series with lighting. How to properly light a room, how to select the appropriate lighting, and how to light in layers. So let's dive in and light your room. So before I get into my tips and tricks, I want to talk to you about a platform that I'm a member of, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of members across 150 countries, offering thousands of classes, and new ones are being added to each week. It's a place where members come together to explore their creativity, for inspiration, and for questions and answers to not only design questions, but they have classes on building a company, they have classes on building YouTube sites, on design, of course, on lighting especially, but there's baking. There's so many ways to explore your creativity with these online classes. And there's something about this particular platform that the way it's laid out I find is very user friendly, and not only do you come to a community where you learn, but you can go back, and the way it's set up, the way you can save things is just so phenomenal to me. Let's take a quick look at what the website looks like. So here we have the browse. If we click on this, we see that all the categories drop down, and you can see what a variety of classes Skillshare offers. Now here's my favorite part. If I go into my classes and then the history, it'll actually show me all the videos that I've watched. And when we go into one of the videos, what I love most about this is how it is broken down into lessons. This way you can go back and rewatch as many times as needed the lessons that you need, so that you have time to take notes and really absorb what's being said. Skillshare is an online learning platform that I am truly excited about. I've already shared this information with my family and friends, and now I'm so excited to be able to offer the first 1,000 people who click the link in my description or use the code Miriam Manzo Interiors will be offered a free 1-month trial of Skillshare. This is an opportunity that honestly you don't want to miss. Run, do not walk. Again, the first 1,000 people will get a 1-month subscription for free. You are going to love this online learning community. Let's get into our lighting segment. So, when choosing lighting for a room, the most important question you need to ask yourself is, how is the room going to be used and when? So the first thing we need to determine is this a room where there will be work done? Is it a room used for relaxing? Is it a room used for creating? Because each one of those answers will tell you a different way to light the room. So I always light a room in layers. I start from the ceiling and work my way down. So let's talk about types of lighting. There is ambient light. So this is your pot lights and your ceiling fixture. So that's what's going to light up the whole room somewhat evenly. Then we need task lights. These are the lights we use at a desk or by our bed or on a side table if we're sitting in the living room and we want to read. So these are the main lights you want to consider. Now there is also accent lighting, sconces. So these are placed on the walls and they help light it up a room at the eye level. And then there are lights like furniture lights. So whether they be LED or puck lights, they're going to light up the inside of your shelves, for example. They can also be used to highlight architectural details. So that light can come from the floor and highlight, help create shadows. So for example, in a plant pot, if you light up the plant from the bottom, you're going to cast shadows on the wall, and that's going to help create mood. So mood and use of room are kind of tied together. Do you want that room to have a relaxed mood if you're using it in the evening and for relaxing? Or do you want it to keep us awake and active, for example, in an office? Now we need to know how to properly light the room for the functions. So the brightness of the light is calculated in lumens. Let's take a look at this chart and I'll explain how to properly calculate the right amount of lumens for the room. So let's take a bedroom. If our bedroom is 3 meters by 4 meters wide, we're going to refer to the graph and see that we need 200 lumens for a bedroom. So we take our calculations 3 by 4, we multiply it by 200, and we now know that we need 2400 lumens to properly light that room. When you buy your bulbs, you're going to have the lumens written on that, as well as the wattage. So for a 60 watt bulb, we know that we're going to need 4 bulbs to get to our 2400 lumens. That information again is on not only the box, but the bulb itself. The next consideration is the temperature of the light. So 3000 would be a neutral temperature and color, and then as we go up, that light will be cooler. The warmer the light, the more relaxed we will be. The cooler the light, the more active. The next consideration, which most people don't actually have to worry about this, is the color rendering index. And the reason I'm bringing this up is if you're an artist or you have a dedicated space where you put on makeup, or for myself, in my office where I need to see truer colors, you want to look at the color rendering index. The higher the color rendering index, the truer the color that we see. Remember, we need light in order to see color, but not all light is created equal. So in my office, we use a 96 color rendering index in order to properly see the quality of the color of the fabrics we choose. Now that we've properly lit our room and we've lit the room in layers, the next consideration is going to be the style and the mood you want created in that room. So for your style, you're not going to want to choose an industrial light if the style that you're going for is traditional. Same goes with a modern light if what you want is a bohemian look. So in order to achieve full mood of the room, you want to make sure that you are corresponding your lighting selection not only with the proper wattage and color of light, but with the style that you're choosing to really bring the design together and make it all cohesive. The last tip that I offer all of my clients for properly lighting a room is to put all your light sources on dimmers where possible. It is very common for each one of my rooms to have 5 or 6 switches so that each source of light can be controlled separately. And then depending on the mood you want to create, if they're on dimmers, you can play with that to get that vibe that you're really looking for. So remember, we're looking at the lumens, which is incredibly important. We are looking at the wattage, the color of the light, the quality of that light, and then lastly is the style of the fixtures themselves. I hope today's lesson has been helpful. We are going to be doing this as a regular series. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and ring that bell icon to be notified of future videos. Thanks so much for joining us today. I'm Miriam Manzo.